But I go up there, I sit on maybe the third or fourth pew of rock. It's kind of cool, so I got my face in my sweater like this, breathing into my shirt so I can get a little bit warmer. And I have my Bible open to the scripture of James. And I, for some inexplicable reason, grow quiet. I'm not thinking of anything except for what I'm reading. My heart is not troubled. I'm not nervous. I'm not scared. I am relieved. I am stress-free. And one of the things I had done when I got up there, Lita Simpson, who you know Charlie, is one of my many personal heroes in my faith. This congregation is a huge hero in my faith. You have looked at me and you have helped me along my faith. Lita Simpson is a huge inspiration to me, and she continues to be an educational and resource tool for me as I grow in my career as a youth minister. And Lita, this is the first time Lita has ever come up to me and asked me personally. Normally I have other adults who come up to me and always ask me the same question. And adult youth group leaders, you know exactly what question it is, and you cringe every time it comes up to you. Will you be a small group leader this weekend? It's my first time up here. I don't. Would you be a youth group leader this weekend? Like I said, I'm a small, this is my first time. How big are the groups? That's where you get in trouble. You start asking questions, you're like, yes, we got him in the bag. Okay. So this is my about 4th year I've been up to Mo, and everybody's asking me, and every year I said yes, yes, yes. You all know I'm a yes man, yes? Alright. So on the way up to Mo Ranch, I'm practicing and I'm practicing and I'm practicing. Beth, you may remember. No. No. Nope. Sorry, no. 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 Not this year. No. No. Trying different versions of the word no to see which one I could better use when that question came up to me, and I knew it was going to happen. And I think at one point, Beth kind of just looked at me while she was there, and she's like, what is up with you? So the question came up, and what did I say? Yes. Actually, I said no. I did say no. Sorry. I did say no. The whole point, I said no, and I told Lita, I'm like, I am so sorry to let you down, but I'm here because I've got a lot on me. There's a lot on my shoulders that I need to get off, and I'd like some time to be by myself and wade through all the trash that's compounding me, and I need to know what my call is in life. What do I need to do? And she said, don't worry about it. I understand. That's okay. She turns to leave, and I kind of I let Lita down. And she comes right back up. She goes, I'm proud of you. You're proud of me? Yes, I'm proud of you. Oh, okay. I said, no, she's proud. Okay. I'm not going to question her or anything. I'm just going to take it with a grain of salt. Well, fast forward back to free time because I have no small groups to take care of, and I'm praying that mine don't get in trouble. They didn't. I'm up there, and there's a system there's a storm system to my right coming in at us. Kind of looked gloomy and dark, and I was like, okay, I don't think it'll rain. So I'm not going to move. I'm going to stay right here. I'm looking at the cross and the panoramic view of what is Chapel on the Hill. If you've ever been to Chapel on the Hill, you know exactly what I'm looking at. And if not, let me draw you a pretty picture. You have a huge wooden cross, bigger and a lot taller than that, hanging in this altar made out of limestone. All around you is a border such as this right here, which is kind of a bit smaller, probably about here, to the point that if you want to go beyond it, you literally have to lift your leg over it and climb. But you have to be careful when you're beyond it because Chapel on the Hill ends like this. And here is the end of that border there. So if you cross over this wall, this way, you're here. And if you're not careful where you're stepping, you're going to end up bouncing bouncing off of limestone. And one of two things happen. A, you hit the ground. Or B, you hit the ground, bounce, and then hit the Guadalupe River. I don't know which is worse. I pray that I wouldn't hit the water, because if I hit the water, I'm probably unconscious, I'm not going to survive this. So, to begin with, I'm not going to cross that, and we encourage our kids not to do so either, for obvious reasons. So, out of nowhere, this gust of wind pushes me from that side, from the left side. It pushes me to the right, which is back to the road. Like I said, the storm system was on my right, so I have no idea how it was that a gust of wind came from my left, when all the trees were facing the left, which means the air was pushing them in that direction. I don't know if the air whipped around and then hit me. There's nothing out there to bounce off of. So I was like, okay, what do you want me to do? And I hear a small voice say, get up and go. And I look around, I'm like, there's nobody here. Get up and go. Hello? Now I'm verbalizing this, and if anybody had been there, they would have been like, he's talking to himself, okay? One-sided conversation. Get up and go. Okay, I'm getting up, but I don't know where I'm going. Where am I going? So I climb down the steps. All right, here I am. I'm down at the altar, and it's to the point where I haven't, my center of gravity has not yet hit the ground, so I'm kind of still flopping, And another gust of wind from my left hits and turns me and literally makes me face to the right. Okay? So I go. I end up back on the road. I've got 3 places to go now. I can keep going forth, and I end up at a cabin who I don't know who lives there. I can turn to my right and go towards Nicolo's place. If you've ever been to Nicolo's place, it's a working stable. We have horses there, and Mo Ranch is actually starting a planter box deal for staff there. Or I can go to my left and go right back down the steep hike and end up back at our cabin. So I decide, I think I need to go in this direction, towards my right, and go back down. So as in confirmation, I get a quick gust of wind, and again I'm headed off in that direction. Okay, so I'm going down this path, and then I get a little shove going this way. And as you're walking down the path, going down the hike trail, there's little independent trails that lead off, that spring off from the main road. And I'm being led into one that doesn't have a name on it. That's why I called it an unmarked path. But it still has caliche. It's still marked. It's a marked path, but it's nameless. And think, okay, it's a maintenance path. Okay, that's not a problem. So I go down, and it splits off. And I'm like, eeny, meeny, miny, mo, catch a tiger by its toe, And I decide, okay, I'm going to turn. So I turn and I walk, and then I get met with this gust of wind again. I'm like, man, I'm just 0 for 0, man. But okay, so back on this other path, continue forward, and it winds, and it finally comes to a split. Where do you want me to go now? Because I've given up. I'm not going to make my own decisions. You have filled me with your spirit. You're leading me. Where to? And immediately, a gust of wind. It's like, all right, I'm getting used to this by now. So I started heading off back to my right. Of course, by now, you all are lost, but that's okay, because I know exactly where I'm at. I'm walking down this path. There's path and path and path and path. And then I get to a point where I'm like, it's getting late. I'm lost. I don't know where I'm at. I'm going to retrace my steps. How many of you have done that? You retrace your steps. How many of you have lost your glasses and you're like, okay, where did I leave them last? Yeah, they're up here. Okay. That's happened to me once. I try to retrace my steps, and I'm like, okay, there's 2 identical paths. I know I've walked by them, but I don't remember that clump of rocks, and I don't remember that bush. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo, catch a tiger. Gust of wind. It's like, okay, you don't want me going back. All right, I'm lost. You want me lost? I'm lost. I'm yours. Talk to me. Don't leave me out in the open. Don't leave me without any conversation. Give me something to do. Talk to me. And, by this point, I'm starting to get that free time that I was asking for. Thinking about